Hawkeye episode 4 is now out on Disney Plus for you all to go and watch. We continue this story. I'm going to talk about this episode. Let me know in the comments below, what did you all think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down in the comments below. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe. And let's get straight into this video and this review of Hawkeye episode 4. Okay, so episode 4, the continuation of the Hawkeye story, had some twists and turns in it, but this episode felt very much slice of life more than anything. Which is a bit weird for being such a mini-series and only having 2 more episodes left. That's right, people, there's only 2 more episodes left. We have 2 more episodes left, and I feel like there's so much still to get through, so don't know how that's going to work. And this episode, I thought we were going to get some reveals in this episode, but we got one major reveal, which was one that I was thinking, where is this going to play into this, and how's that going to continue? I don't know. Questions are being raised after this episode. I love the first 3 episodes. This one, I don't think is as good as the last week's episode, but it had a lot of interesting things. First off, I really like them exploring Clint's whole trauma that he is experiencing with the death of Nat. I think that was great. We got to see more in depth of how he feels and how guilty he feels for that. And he talks about the first moment where he met Natasha and how he was there to kill her and he chose not to, and it was one of the best things that he did because he knew that she wanted to get out, and we got Black Widow. And look, she became an Avenger, she's become one of the heroes and the staples of the MCU, and now he feels very guilty for the death and the way that she went out, which I'm liking that they are discovering all that. That's awesome, and you just see that he wants to be with his children, but unfortunately he can't, and the guilt he is feeling because he doesn't want to put Kate in that position because he's afraid that he's going to have another death on his conscience. Clint doesn't see himself as a good guy. He sees himself as a person that has done terrible things and doesn't feel like no matter how much good he does in the world, he's not going to be able to repent for what he did. He's never going to get forgiveness, which I think is a great character moment for Hawkeye himself. Kate Bishop's great in this episode as well. We get to see how much of an amateur she really is. So all those people that are saying, Kate Bishop is so good, she is the greatest person, she is just a Mary Sue. Well, guess what? She got her ass kicked again. She got absolutely destroyed again in this episode. So I don't know where you guys are now, because she is not a Mary Sue, and I'm so glad they're not gone down that route, and they haven't all season. But let's talk about it. We all thought we were going to get the reveal of who Uncle is. We all think that it's Kingpin, but it is the one from Daredevil. I thought we might get the reveal of who Uncle really is, but we didn't. Nothing was mentioned about him in this episode, so anyone that was hoping to see that Kingpin in this episode or in this series, you're going to have to wait longer. Whether or not he is, I don't know. That's the next question, but he wasn't going to be there. I thought we were going to see who Uncle really is, but we didn't see that. Also, we are diving into Jack a bit more. Jack is involved, and I did say he's a twirly moustache looking villain, but whether or not he's actually a villain or infiltrating them, I don't know. He's still a suspect here, and I don't know how they're going to tie that back in. But the big reveal was a particular character that we know from the Black Widow movie in the post-credit scene is after Clint. And that is Yelena. Yelena has arrived. She is there hunting Clint down. And it was great to see her because I really liked her character in Black Widow. I thought she's the best thing about Black Widow. I really liked her character, and I'm glad that I'm going to see more. We just got a little bit of taste of what she's doing and how she's going after Clint. But now the big question is, moving forward, is what I am looking at and trying to figure out is, how are they going to tie up the Jack plotline, the whole tracksuit mafia plotline with Uncle, how that's going to be resolved, the Kate Bishop stuff, and the Yelena stuff. Because it just feels like there's so much going on, and there's only 2 episodes left. This is a mini-series. Now, we do know Echo is getting her own show, so I wonder if we're going to see Echo walk away from the Tracksuit Mafia and do her own thing. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. But I feel like there's just so much to get through with 2 episodes left. So I don't know how they're going to do it, unless they're going to do a Loki where we have no idea and they're going to be like, after the 6th episode, instead of a post-credit or anything like that, bam, we're going to get season 2 of Hawkeye coming, or we're going to get a Kate Bishop spin-off. I don't know. I just feel like there is too much to get through in the last 2 episodes. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to wrap it up. Now, what I meant by this being more slice of life than anything else is, this episode wasn't action-packed heavy or anything like that. This was mainly, what I really felt was mainly Kate Bishop and Hawkeye building the bond. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were building their bond, having that Christmas theme thing where they're just bouncing off, telling stories, and like Clint teaching her tricks and stuff like that. Like, I just got a vibe of slice of life, which to be honest, it doesn't progress the story. It progresses the characters and their bond and their relationship. But as for the story itself, it doesn't really push it forward, which I thought was very, very interesting. With it being only 6 episodes, like, I would get it if this was like 15 episodes. I would get having an episode like this where you strengthen the bond of the characters. But when you got 6 episodes, you got a lot to get through. And I feel like this episode is the equivalent to the Loki episode with Sylvie and Loki when they're trapped on the planet. This episode feels very much like that, where it doesn't progress the story along. It's just there to build character, which I'm all for. But again, when you got a limited series with limited episodes, with limited time, I just don't know why you would put these episodes in, because they do feel like filler episodes. I'm not gonna lie, they do feel like that. But I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to solidify that bond and get you on board with Hawkeye cares for Kate Bishop, so that we care in the fight when Kate falls off. Like, we see that Hawkeye's traumatized from that, because it's the same as Nat, but then it's like, he feels like, oh my god, this kid's gonna die on my watch, and I can't let that happen. So I get why they're all doing that, but again, it's not the strongest episode, but yeah, I just don't know how they're going to wrap it up in 2 episodes. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down in the comments below. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.